Is your vehicle crisis ready? I'm Brian from How to Automotive, and I'm going to give you my tips on making sure that your vehicle is ready for any crisis such as coronavirus, a wildfire, or anything like that. So stay tuned for that. When it comes to making your car crisis ready, cosmetic things are something you can push off to the side. We're focusing on the mechanical and maintenance side of it, just making sure that the car is reliable. It's not going to leave you stranded, so you can hop in it on a moment's notice. And if you need to drive from California to the East Coast because of the coronavirus here, your car is ready to go and you're ready to get out of town and do it. So that's what we're going to focus on. We're not going to focus on any cosmetics or anything like that. We're just going to focus on the maintenance of the vehicle and the reliability of the vehicle. First thing we're going to tackle is the maintenance of the vehicle. First thing I would do is look up the mileage on your vehicle. Once you determine what the mileage is on your vehicle, I would look up your your recommended service for that mileage. So if you're at 60K, you'll look up the 60K in your owner's manual or service manual to determine what that vehicle needs for that mileage range, and do that service if you haven't done it already. So that could be, on some vehicles, that could be a timing belt. On other vehicles, that could just be a simple oil change and just check out over. So if you're in between services, what you can do is have the oil change and then thoroughly check the vehicle over. Make sure all the fluids are topped off, all your belts are in good condition, all your lights are in working operating conditions, your tires are in good condition, your brakes are in good condition. All the hoses for the cooling system, radiator hoses and thermostats, stuff like that, all should be in good condition. If you don't know the condition of it, you may want to start a new schedule and start over fresh and do those type of services. That way you know for sure your car is good to go on any crisis, and then from here on out, keep a good record of your maintenance. When you're inspecting the vehicles and you run across a small problem such as a small oil leak, you want to tackle it right away. On this vehicle here, it has a small oil leak from the oil filter housing that's leaking onto the rubber hose here. If that's left alone, that rubber hose will deteriorate and cause a coolant leak and cause a bigger problem down the road. Also, when you're inspecting your vehicle, you don't want to forget about the battery. I recommend having the battery tested and checked out. If it needs to be replaced, replace it. A battery is something that could definitely leave you stranded. I would also have your mechanic do a full system scan. So that's going to scan all the modules in the vehicle and let you know if there's any hidden problems. Not all problems turn on the check engine lights. So you want to do a full scan and discuss with your mechanic which problems need to be addressed. So now we're going to talk about tires. So when inspecting tires, don't just look at the tires like this through the wheel wells like this. You can be fooled. So if you look here on the inner edge of this tire, there's a lot of wear. So unless you lift the vehicle up or take the tires off, you may have missed that tire wear. And if you do have wear like that on the inside, that's probably a alignment issue and you may want to get that aligned. Also on the tires, there's a bar in the center of the tread here, and they're a depth gauge. You want to check those, and if they're worn down to these bars here, you need to have your tires replaced. You're going to look for steel cords and any funny wearing patterns and address that either with alignments, tire replacements, proper tire inflation. Underinflated and overinflated tires cause a lot of funny tire wear patterns, and that's something anybody can correct themselves. If you don't have a compressor or a pump like this one here, you can just take it to a filling station, gas station, and have it filled up or fill it up yourself. So on the inside of your door jamb, there's going to be a sticker, and that sticker is going to tell you exactly how much air to put in your tires. So after you determine the tire pressures and the tires are in good condition, you also may want to consider rotating the tires or having your tires rotated. Another tip I have for you is to keep a minimum of a half a tank of gas in your car at all times. And that's for two reasons. If you need to get out of town in a hurry, you got some gas to get out of town. And the second reason is because the fuel pump is mounted into the fuel tank and the pump is submerged into gasoline. If it runs low, the pump can run hot and burn out. So the gasoline keeps the pumps cool. So like I mentioned earlier, you want to inspect all the lights on the vehicle. On modern vehicles, a lot of them will tell you if a light bulb is burned out, but on the older vehicles, you have to manually check it. So you want to check your turn signals, your high beams, your low beams, your brake lights, your fog lights, all that stuff. You want to make sure it's all working and in good condition. One of the biggest things that's overlooked is the operation of your wiper blades and your wiper motors and the functions of everything. So you want to double check that. One of the easiest ways to determine if they're in good shape is use the squirters like I am here. If they streak, check out the blades, make sure that they're not peeling or anything like that. Check the condition of them and replace them as need be. And if the function doesn't work, you want to have your mechanic check that out. So in a crisis situation, we may be using our vehicle a lot, and one of the things you want to be concerned with is fuel economy. And one of the biggest killers of fuel economy is dirty filters. So you want to make sure that all your filters are in good condition. You also want to inspect those belts and hoses. Make sure that all those belts and hoses are in good condition. They're not going to fall off when you're driving the vehicle. Brakes and suspension is going to be another key area to check into. Make sure that you've got plenty of brake material, your rotors are in good shape, your suspension parts are in good shape, especially if you have that funny tire wear. So you want to make sure that all that's in good shape and replace as needed. So I hope these tips have helped you out and you guys keep your family safe. I'm Brian Esser from How to Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, encourage you to subscribe, invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.